Hey, sorry for the delay. It's been a crazy day. Once again, I'm moving, and so all the days leading up to moving are just, there's a lot going on. So let me post really quick that I am live. Okay. Oh goodness, it's white. You can't even see it. I gotta make this a color. Hold on. Okay. Hey, Queen, I miss you too. I hope you're doing well. Hello, how are you today? Hi, how are you? Hello. Thank you for joining me. First of all, oh gosh, my phone's falling. We're good. We're struggling today in my household. So I am going to be reading The Maidens. I started it last sprint, last week on my birthday, but I just have not had very much time to read this book this week. I really wanted to read it all in like 1 or 2 days, but it just didn't work out because I was reading some other books for a reading vlog that actually I may choose to edit tonight and get it out tomorrow. I'm not sure if I want to wait to put it out until I have this like little end segment that I was planning on putting in the reading vlog. So I think it'll probably most likely be out in 2 days. But yeah, I'll be editing and I'll be reading The Maidens. And so far, I'm really enjoying The Maidens. It's a little bit different than I thought it was going to be, but I'm curious to see what happens. I think I still like The Silent Patient a little more, but I need to actually finish this book and decide if that's still how I feel. So also, I've just woke up from a nap. I feel like this is going to be a weekly thing, so I'm kind of out of it. Let me know what you all are planning on reading or doing, though, during the sprints tonight. I'm going to finish my current book, probably less than a sprint, and then edit a quick video. Ooh, I'm excited. I love when people can finish their books during sprints. I feel so accomplished whenever that happens. Like I'm sprinting on someone's channel, and then all of a sudden I get to finish my book. That's awesome. The Maidens. Yes, I feel like everyone is reading The Maidens right now because it was the book of the month pick. And I'm really liking the academic atmosphere. Like it's really fun. I just feel like not that much has happened yet. And we're already 100. Let's see. I'm 100 pages in. And I feel like not much action has happened. And I don't know if it's just like a slow burn kind of novel. Like I'm still interested for sure, but I don't know. I felt like more was happening in The Silent Patient earlier on, if that makes sense. Finishing up a book and then not sure what I am moving to next. What book are you finishing? I will be finishing up The Night Circus, which I have less than 35 pages in the ebook, and then we'll start. I wish you all the best and do some other things. Thank you. I'm hoping to finish Call Me By Your Name, and then I have to edit my video for tomorrow. Nice. I'm reading Local Woman Missing. Ooh, I have that book. I really want to start it soon. It looks so good. You should tell me how you're liking it. Is the book The Maidens YA? No, it's not. It's adult. It's by the same author as The Silent Patient, Alex Michaelides, I believe you say. That's how you say his name. And I do like his writing style. Like it's very engaging. I just, like I said before, I feel like not much has happened. And usually when I'm 100 pages into a book that's only, it looks like it's 333. Hold on. I want to know the exact amount. Yeah. So this book is 333. Ooh, 333. And usually if I'm 100 pages into a book that's this length, like more is happening. I don't know if anybody else is feeling like this when they're reading The Maidens. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like not a ton is going on, if that makes sense. I'm finishing up Let's Talk About Love. Very nice. Local Woman Missing is cool, but I recently finished What You Never Knew and loved it. Yes, I'm glad you loved that. Let's see. I'm thinking of doing 30-minute sprints like usual today. And my thing with editing vlogs is I like editing vlogs, but then I don't like editing the volume in vlogs, if that makes sense. So I can like edit a vlog pretty fast, but the thing that takes the longest is like adjusting the volume and making sure that it's not suddenly going like really loud and startling people when they listen. So yeah, I'm putting off editing my vlog. I may do like the footage tonight, edit that, and then edit the sound tomorrow or something like that, just so I don't feel so overwhelmed, because whenever I'm adjusting the volume, it takes a really long time. And I also edit on my phone on iMovie, just like with my finger. And so it's tedious trying to get it like the same exact. Well, sometimes even if I put the sound at the same exact level, the sound is different because like my phone is at different, you know, it's closer to me sometimes, farther away other times. So yeah. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. Let me know what you're reading, Sarah. I know you're doing Romance-a-thon right now, but I'm excited for when you move on to more thrillers. I heard the other night you were excited to read more thrillers, and I am definitely down to buddy read a thriller with you. Miss Sarah, hello. I love the enthusiasm. I need to like wake up, but I feel like I shouldn't have coffee right now because then I'm going to be up all night and I have to be really productive and packed tomorrow. So I don't know what to do, you know? Coffee does sound really good. I also just woke up from a nap, so I feel like in a couple minutes I'm going to really wake up, so I probably won't need the coffee. These are the decisions I'm making right now. My home is like so messy too. It was such a struggle to set up my little corner for the sprint because boxes are everywhere. Like we're actually in the process of packing almost everything up. So we've been eating on paper plates and stuff and using our resources that way just because I wanted to pack up the dishes first. But yeah, there's a lot going on in my house. This is kind of the first time that I'm packing up a place this big. It's not even that big, but all the other times I've moved, they were out of apartments. And so this is an actual house. It's truly the way that I left work 4 hours early today to be there for Deja's sprints. And then I went to take a short nap because I wasn't feeling that great and then slept for hours. Oh no, I'm sorry. That sucks. I hope you're feeling better. I saw Deja was sprinting earlier. I'm sorry I couldn't go. I was like driving. And whenever I'm driving, I really can't watch YouTube because I'll actually like watch it. Like it's too tempting to literally like look at it. And I have to focus on driving. So hold on, it jumped really quick. OMG, Sarah, you didn't have to do that at all. Watery eyes emoji. I am reading Someday and One Last Stop. Nice. Yes, it's the thought that counts for sure. I hope you're feeling better now. Okay, I think I'm going to start the sprint earlier than normal. I usually talk a little while longer, but I feel like I need to like wake up before I talk more. So I'm going to share the screen and we'll do a 30-minute sprint. Actually, I'll pull this up really quick. I'm reading Go Deep by Rilzy Adams, about to finish, and Someday as well. After Go Deep, I'm going to start To Love and To Loathe. All right. Very cool. Okay. What am I doing? My brain is barely working right now. Oh no. Sorry. I'm a mess right now. Okay. Classroom screen. That's better. Hello. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. There we go. I'm feeling so much more awake now. Somebody is picking up something from Facebook Marketplace. So if they text me, I'm going to have to like sprint to the door, give it to them, and then come right back. So if I leave for like a second, that's why. But yeah, I read about 20 pages in my book. I was kind of walking around. I poured myself some tea. I don't know if this tea place called H2O HTO. I don't know if that's any other place but Texas, but it's so good, and their tea is so cheap. So I go there all the time, and I get this green passion ginger tea, and it is so good. And so you can actually buy like a whole gallon of it for only $5. So I just went ahead and bought like a whole gallon, and I've been having it every day, and it's so, so good. And it's perfect for the summer. They also have this like strawberry passion tea that's really, really good. So yeah, I got myself some of that. I ate a snack. I got to read a little bit. So that was a productive moment there. So I'm going to go back in the comments and see where I left off. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm currently reading The Ivies by Alexa Dunn. Nice. I'll be really curious to hear your thoughts on that book because I've never read anything by her. I know it's YA, and I usually don't read YA as much, but I have liked a few YA books a lot. So we'll see. I may pick it up. Oh gosh, my hair. Okay. Sav is like, romance, we don't know her. Literally. I don't think, no, that's a lie. I have read romance in my life, but it was years ago. It was like the John Green romance. So like The Fault in Our Stars. What else? What was that one? Everything. Is that the name of it? I don't know. I read Looking for Alaska, but I don't really think that's not a romance, but that's a YA. John Green book. What else? Did I ever read like a true romance? I think I read like A Walk to Remember when I was like 11 or something. But yeah, besides that, I don't think I've ever really read a true romance book. Oh, what was that one where, was it called The Last Song? It had like Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth in it. I did read that forever ago. What are you reading? I'm reading The Maidens. Yes, I'm reading The Maidens. There's a little Greek mythology thrown in here, so that's fun. I know like nothing about Greek mythology. I read the Percy Jackson series like forever ago, but I don't know really anything about Greek mythology, so it's going over my head, but that's okay. I kind of like that element of like the academic / like Greek mythology. Also, it's involving a professor and like a college, and I don't know. I love that setting in books. Okay. Sorry, I'm checking to see if the person is outside my house because I don't want them to be waiting. How is The Ivies? I'm not too far into it, but I love her writing style. She's also a fellow booktuber, author tuber, so I really enjoy her videos. Yeah, I was watching some of her videos about writing because I've been wanting to write a book for years and years. I don't know when I'll actually sit down and try to start writing it because I have an idea, but I don't know how to flesh that idea out, if that makes sense. Like I've had this certain idea for a couple of years, and I really want to write a thriller, but I don't know if it'll happen. So hopefully one day it'll happen, but I really want to watch some more of her like writing tip videos because they're really, really good. And I like her personality. She's super nice. Yes, her videos are very educational for the whole writing and publishing process. I have never read one of her books before, but I want to read The Ivies. Nice. Read it. Yes, her videos are very educational. They help me a lot with my own writing. I'm currently writing a fantasy book because her agent, Elena Roth Parker, is my dream agent. Nice. That's really cool. I still don't know like that much, honestly, about the whole writing process, like publishing process, and if you want to be self-published or, you know, published through like a publishing house. Like I don't really know much about that. I'm totally not even there yet because I haven't even wrote my book. So it sounds like she's really helpful though. So that's great. That is amazing. Best of luck with your book. Thank you. Hopefully this color isn't too terrible. This color. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I got 20 rolls of sushi, so I'm living my best life. I love that for you. Oh my gosh. I haven't had sushi in so long. I love avocado sushi. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. DNF'd one of the 2 books I was reading, so I'll be switching back to One Last Stop for the next sprint. Oh, I'm sorry you had to DNF, but I support DNFing 100%. Like, I have just told myself if I'm not enjoying a book, I just have to DNF it. I read 8 pages of The Ivies. I really like Alexa's writing style. During the next sprint, I'll probably plan my fantasy novel. Cool. Savannah, I wanted to ask you where and how you do your research for upcoming anticipated thriller videos. So the first one I did, I just kind of like Googled what thrillers were coming out this whole year, and I found some articles and stuff, and so I looked for what was relevant for when I was posting the video. So I just looked for ones that were coming out in the near future. Sorry, I just saw Deja's comment right here. Sorry, we'll get to that. Yeah, but this time, so I have a next video pretty much planned that I'm going to film in the next day or so. And for that video, I looked on NetGalley and just kind of looked at some of the upcoming thrillers that were coming out. And I found a ton, like way more doing it that way than just doing it by like looking up articles and stuff online. So I think I'm actually just going to make like monthly videos, i.e. like all of the thrillers I'm looking forward to that are coming out in July and then August and then so on, because I'm finding so many that I want to talk about. And realistically, I can't get to them all, but I want to talk about them. Also, Nicholas Sparks is not romance. I'm very passionate about this. I need to hear like, okay, I'm gonna go because I think Deja says, I think she explains it. Okay, in all honesty, the Ivies is kind of scary because as somebody who wants to go to an Ivy League college, it's not fun to read but a thriller about Ivy League schools. Yeah, I can imagine. It is women's fiction. Okay, some of his books are, but the majority are not romance. Because romance needs to have a happily ever after or happily for now. So at the end of the book or series, the 2 characters need to be together and his books are just sad at the end. Oh, that's really interesting. I've never... People be dying. That's so funny. It's like, of course, the one romance book that I thought I read is like not even a romance book and it's just about people dying. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I think the person is here. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm going to stop my camera and mute myself. I just have to hand this to someone at my door because I'm selling salt lamps. So 1 second. Hello, I'm back. I have my money. There we go. Sorry about that. I was trying to get her to come during the sprint, but I like didn't want to tell her that I was sprinting. So I was like, yeah, like if you come at 8, it'll be perfect because it'll be perfect. I didn't want to say, oh, because I'm on a reading sprint and that's when we're reading. Because how do you explain that to a stranger over Facebook Marketplace? I don't know. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm back. But okay, I'm always here to help you with writing. Thank you, Brayden. I appreciate that. People do be dying all over the damn place. Literally all of his books, I think, have somebody dying in them, right? Like I read A Walk to Remember and The Last Song. I actually don't think I read any more of his books. But both of those books have death in them. So yeah. I think I've seen the movie for both of those as well. Yeah. Sav, I'll let you know if you'd like the book. Yeah, let me know. I really loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is YA. I really enjoyed Sadie. What else did I really, really enjoy that was YA? So far, those are my top 2 YA books that I really liked. Leave suggestions in the comments of other YA books that I might like. Sorry, I need to concentrate. Too much is going on in my head right now. Sorry. Hopefully this color isn't too terrible. Tragic. This color. I'm confused. Tragic romance. Yeah, definitely. Because people are dying everywhere. I just really need to unhaul a bunch of books and make content out of it. LOL. I just simply cannot stop buying books. I have like 7 books being delivered tomorrow, and then I just bought 4 more today. I feel that. I just started buying books pretty much since I started BookTube, and I already have filled up like a whole shelf and almost a whole like TBR cart. So I get that. And I just cannot buy more books before I move. I told myself, I'm like, you cannot buy more books. Literally, I was about to go buy some more books last night because I was like at my in-laws' house and I was away from my house and I kind of forgot we were moving. And I was like, yeah, like, let's go on Amazon and buy a ton of books. And then I realized, oh, no, don't do that. You're moving, Savannah. So I 100% feel that. But yes, make some content out of unhauling books. I would love to watch a video where you talked about the books you're getting rid of and your reasons. I just dyed my hair a different color than what I'm used to seeing on my head normally. What color did you dye your hair? I personally love tragic books where characters die. I think it makes the book more fun, interesting, more fun. You're like, oh, I love when characters die. That's funny. That makes me sound crazy. I personally don't get attached to characters, so I couldn't care less if they die. Oh my God, what? I care when characters die, but also at the same time, the kind of books I read, like horror and thrillers, I feel like you don't get quite as attached to the characters as you do in like other genres, because that's just not how they're written. I feel like they're definitely more plot driven than like character development-y. I will say though, Karen Slaughter has a way of developing characters. Like she develops characters super well and they feel very real. And I always end up caring for the characters she writes about. So I will say that. But in a lot of thrillers, I'm not too attached to characters. So if they die, it's kind of like, oh, okay. And then like in horror books, it's like even more, at least the ones I've written or read, sorry, not written. I mean, it's just a requirement for the genre. Like something can have a romance in it without being in the romance genre because they don't have a happily ever after. That's so interesting. I'm choking, guys. I'm struggling today. That's interesting. I guess I never thought about it that way, that to be a romance, it has to have a happily ever after. Interesting. I love how you're educating me, Deja. This is helpful for someone like me who really doesn't know anything about the genre. Like Nicholas Sparks' books have romances in them, but they aren't romance. Yeah, that makes sense. From that criteria, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why romance has specification like that, because as far as I know, no other genres do. Yeah. That is so interesting. Yeah. I guess no other genres really have anything like that. Interesting. It's light, intense, auburn, and naturally and brunette. Nice. Well, I hope you end up liking it. I feel like when I dye my hair, well, I barely dyed my hair. I dyed it, I got like blonde highlights a while ago. And at first, I wasn't sure if I liked it. Then I ended up liking it. And then I missed my natural hair color. So then I dyed it back. But it's kind of fun to have, it's fun to experiment with your hair. I can't believe I never dyed my hair before, like a year ago. I feel like most people dye their hair more often. The way I read Happily Ever After out loud and thinking it's supposed to be a sound effect, and it's sounding like when someone is getting ready to sneeze. Oh my God, I need to stop. That's hilarious. I'm the complete opposite with characters dying. Yeah, most people are really sad when characters die. I'm afraid to read Karen Slaughter. Yeah, I mean, as you should be. I feel like Karen Slaughter has a way of writing that's really highly disturbing. I will say some people are not that disturbed. I was disturbed. Like some of those scenes will stick with me in Pretty Girls, especially. If you've read Pretty Girls, you'll know what I mean. There's a few scenes where you're just like, whoa, that was a lot. Actually, though, The Good Daughter, which is the other Karen Slaughter I read, it was very disturbing as well, just in a different way. Just the way Karen Slaughter writes gore and violence and just like traumatic situations, it's so gritty. It's like she does not shy away from anything that a lot of authors kind of do shy away from. She just tells you everything and like how it is. And so if you can handle it, that's great. If you can't, that's fine too. But yeah, make sure if you do want to pick up Karen Slaughter that you read the trigger warnings, because she writes a lot of triggers in her novels. And all of them, well, I can't say all of them, but the two I read were, there was like a bunch of different triggers in them. It wasn't just one trigger, if that makes sense. They Both Die at the End is literally one of the most popular romances. The title says it all, basically. I personally hated They Both Die at the End, though. I have never even heard of that book, but also I haven't heard of most romance books. See, it's not technically a romance book. It's more like a contemporary with romance in it. I love having my hair red. OMG. I love your hair red. It looks so good. Looks so good. It's my identity. Yes. I'm that cool girl with her nose pierced and her red curly hair. It makes me quirky. Yes, I love your hair, Deja, so much. Not me spelling that entire sentence incorrectly. It's okay. Wait, now I have to go back and look at it. Where's the sentence? Mm-hmm. I'm so out of it. I didn't even notice anything. I just went back and read it. Nice. Okay. I'm thinking we can read soon, unless anybody has any comments, questions, concerns for me. My teachers in school always were like, comments, questions, concerns, like in every class. And it was so annoying to me. I was always like, stop saying that. Let me know if any of you else had teachers who would always say that after lecturing or like moving on to a different subject. I swear that was like my whole high school. Comments, questions, concerns? Pretty Girls, as much as disturbing it is, but actually it broke my heart. It was emotional and I loved the narration. Yeah, I mean, it breaks your heart. I think it's a worthwhile read. I mean, it's like one of my favorite thrillers of all time. And I think Karen Slaughter has a way of writing characters that makes them feel very real, which I really, really like. Because like I said earlier, I feel like sometimes in thrillers, the characters don't, I don't know. It's maybe not that they don't seem real, but you just don't get as attached to them, if that makes sense. And I feel like in Karen Slaughter's book, she really focuses on relationships and like character development. And so I really enjoy that about her books. And I'm glad that I read 2 of them so far. The Good Daughter, I didn't like as much. But I know some people, I feel like you either like The Good Daughter better or Pretty Girls better, and it's pretty divisive. I much preferred Pretty Girls. Pretty Girls is a really long book, but I remember I read it on my phone and I didn't even realize it was like over 100 or 500 pages. But with The Good Daughter, I was listening to it audiobook, and I felt like it went on and on and on. Even though I was interested in the story, it just wasn't as much for me. It was also more of like a legal thriller. I keep stumbling on my words tonight. Yeah, it was more of a legal thriller, and I'm not as interested in those for the most part. But yeah. Do people consider Mary Kabuka gritty? I don't know. I haven't actually read a book by her quite yet. I think Sarah has read. Oh, my flashlight's on. Love that. That sometimes happens at work. Like my flashlight will turn on in my back pocket. People are like, your phone's on. I don't know how that happens. I feel like an old lady sometimes with my phone. Yeah, let me, before I say this, make sure that I'm remembering the book I'm thinking by Mary Kabuka. Yeah. The Good Girl. I know Sarah read that and enjoyed it. Sarah, let us know if it's gritty. I've never really heard anybody say her thrillers are gritty, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah. Let us know what you thought of it, / is it gritty? Have you read Chevy Stevens? No, I have not. Should I? Let me look this up. Chevy Stevens. This always happens. When I want my internet to be fast, it's not fast. Oh, no. I have not read Chevy Stevens. Should I read Chevy Stevens? I keep seeing Dark Roads. This one right here. I keep seeing it on like anticipated thriller releases. This one. I like the cover a lot. Should I read it? It may be in my wish list, possibly. It says this title will be released on August 3rd. I haven't seen the rest of her books talked about, or his or her. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me look up the definition of gritty really quick. Let me look up the definition. I'm pretty sure it just means like, I love how the first thing is containing or covered with grit. It's like it doesn't really clarify. Oh my God, what the hell is this? Okay, guys, I looked up gritty and this is what came up. I'm actually terrified. This is a mascot? That's terrifying. Look at these eyes. What's going on? Why is this coming up when I look up gritty? Oh my gosh. That's gonna like haunt me. Oh my gosh, what is this? The Flyers mascot. Ew, this is a terrifying mascot. This is like horror novel shit. Oh no. Oh no. Every picture just gets worse and worse. Oh my God. Look at this picture. Please tell me if you saw that, you wouldn't be scared. If I saw this walking around, I would 100% be scared. No. Oh my God, not this picture. I'm freaking out. What is that? Okay, this is terrifying, right? I'm not crazy. No. Okay. Sarah's reaction. What is... I'm just trying to find the definition of gritty, and I find this. Why? Why is this coming up? Okay. No. It's the official mascot for the Philadelphia Flyers National Hockey League team. He is a 7-foot furry orange creature with googly eyes who wears Flyers gear. No, thank you. No, I don't like this. Oh my, okay, just please tell me that wouldn't freak you out. That's terrifying. I used to be so, okay, I'm going to go on a tangent in a minute. We'll catch up with the comments really quick. Have you read Das Parfum? The Perfume, A Story of Murder? Of a Murderer. I agree with you on Pretty Girls. It is one of my favorite thrillers of all time as well. It's so good. I have not read that. I read Still Missing and I liked it. Nice. Please, buddy, read Night Bitch with me, Sav. Okay, I don't know what Night Bitch is. I've been seeing it all over. I don't know what it is. Yes, I'll buddy read it with you, but let me see. What is it about? Or maybe you could tell me a little summary. An artist turned stay-at-home mom becomes convinced. Hold on, I gotta open this. Oh dear Lord, the cover looks gritty. I never even found out like what gritty even means. That pic, I'm dead. I'm crying. Sav loving all things horror related while also being scared by a mascot. Okay, hear me out. Things in costume things. What am I saying? People in costumes like that freak me out. You don't know who's behind that. Tell me that wouldn't freak you out. It would freak me out if I saw that. Like, I don't know who's behind that mascot. I feel like it would stab me. Oh my gosh. Tonight, I'm such a mess tonight. I need to read in a second. Let's take a reading break. I need to go collect myself. But yes, I'm definitely going to look up this book. We have a few buddy reads. I need you to inspire me to read. I don't know. I'm in like a weird kind of almost reading slump, if that makes sense, because I'm trying to read too many things at once. Okay, I'm going to start the screen share again because I like to load it every time. Because the first time it didn't share properly. So now I just prefer to load it every time, even though it's kind of tedious. So sorry. Okay. Welcome back. How was everyone's reading? Let me pause that on my end. Okay. How was everybody's reading? I read some. I keep getting kind of distracted tonight. It's just one of those nights, but I'm definitely going to do one more sprint because I want to keep reading. I told myself I was going to edit, but that didn't turn out. So it's okay. I'll edit in the next day or so, but I really do want to read. I feel like I've just been missing out on reading so much lately. Okay. You and I need to do more forest app sprints. Yes, we do. I don't think I've used the forest app since I sprinted with you a while ago. That's such a fun app. It's so motivating. Yes, I agree, though. We need to do that. Don't ever watch the Banana Splits movie then. I looked it up. It looks terrifying to me. Yeah, this would probably freak me out. I've just always had like an issue with people in costumes and stuff. Yeah. No, thank you. Definitely not. Reading Rune and Rising. Nice. I hope you're enjoying it. If anybody new joined, I am reading The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. This is the same author who wrote The Silent Patient, and I read his book, or I read that book like a month or two ago, and I really enjoyed it. I actually think I am enjoying The Silent Patient better than The Maidens so far, even though I am enjoying The Maidens. I'm almost like halfway through though, and still not much has happened. Like, it has a really good atmosphere. It's kind of like a dark academic setting, but plot wise, not a ton is happening. So yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I don't know. I thought I would like be hooked to this book the whole entire time, and I do want to know what's going to happen, but for some reason it's just not. It was like one of my most anticipated books of the year, and it's just not living up to my expectations as of yet. So a little disappointed, but I'm still enjoying it. Also, look at this cute little magnetic bookmark that I've been using. So it has this little magnet and it closes, and I thought it was perfect for this book. It looks so cute. I used to, for some reason, not want magnetic bookmarks, but I've been really enjoying them lately, and they're adorable. Also, I still have my nails done, my bookie nails. So I got nail art done for my birthday last week, and you can see here. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good angle. It's always hard trying to get a good angle on my computer. But yeah, they're so cute, and I've been packing and like using my nails a ton, and they're gel nails, so they haven't chipped, which makes me so happy. And they're cute and bookish, and I never want them off my fingernails. Thank you. I love them. I really like having gel nails done. It's just so expensive. And also, I worked at a coffee shop, and so I couldn't have them. At least I worked for Magnolia Press, which is Magnolia's coffee shop in Waco. And they're really strict about not like letting you have your nails done. I may get to have my nails done at a different coffee shop. If anybody in the chat works at a coffee shop, you should let me know if you can have your nails done. I don't know if it was just mostly like a Magnolia thing, or if it's just like all food industry. Yes, it looks really good. I want to read it. I have so many books on my TBR and so many books to catch up from TBRs from past months. I have so much I need to catch up on. I think that's, so I was saying before we started sprinting that I feel like I've been in a reading slump because I'm just overwhelmed by the sheer volume of how much I want to read. Like, I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but there's just so many books that I want to get to. And I feel like I don't even know where to start. And then I'll start a book, but then just start thinking about everything else I want to get to. And I also started it. And if you don't know, the audiobook for that is 45 hours long. And so I started it the other day. I think I'm like 15% in or something into the novel, but there's still so much more to read. It's over 1,000 pages. It's like 1,160 something pages. But I'm starting that. So that's a huge, huge, huge book. And it's weird. I'm enjoying it. It's not like it's putting me in a slump, but I just have so much I want to get to. But when I'm reading it, like a book that long, it's just like, this book is going to take me so long to get through. And on top of that, I want to get to so many other books. So yeah. I'm glad you understand. Yes, I want to read everything. So instead I read nothing. Yes, it's gotten to that point in the past week. I don't know what it is. Like, I have too many things I'm excited for. And then as soon as I pick up one, I'm like, but I want to read that other book. It's a problem. And also I'm really busy too. And certain books I want to read like visually, like just visually read. And other books I'm like okay with reading through an audiobook. I like audiobooks, but I think I usually enjoy reading more when I'm reading physically, like with my eyes only, for the most part. There have been some exceptions. And so some of the books that I'm really, really anticipating, I like don't want to just read on an audiobook while I'm packing. I want like my full attention on it. But that's making it so I'm not reading as much, because then, you know, I don't have as much time right now to just sit down and read. I have a ton of time to listen to audiobooks, but not just sit down and read. So yeah. I just watch it. Do you mean like the movie? You'll watch a movie? I don't know why I'm confused. Help me out, please. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen the cover of The Maidens, but this is like a perfect vibe for The Maidens cover, and it's sitting near me. I have not packed her up yet, but yes, I love this little, what would you even call this? Bust? Is that what they're called? Maybe? Not me almost breaking it. The movie. Oh, are you talking about It? Or I think you're talking about, oh, you just watched It. Okay. It's confusing. When you talk about the novel, or when somebody talks about the novel it can be really convoluted because it's called It. But as humans, we say it a lot. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, I watched the movie, the new movie I really, really liked. And then I watched some of the old miniseries. I don't think I ever finished the old miniseries. I may have. I think I tried to watch that years and years ago, but I watched both the It movies in theaters when they came out. I really, really enjoyed the first It, where it's just focused on the kids. I liked It Chapter 2, but I didn't like it as much. Like, I much prefer the first one. So as soon as I finish reading this book, I'm going to rewatch at least It Chapter 1 and kind of get to enjoy it and see. I know there are some deviations from the book, especially that scene, if you know what I mean, which I still hate so much, how there's that controversial scene towards the end. Because if I think about it, it makes me so mad. I'm like, Stephen King, why did you write that? Just why? Why did you write that? It's so weird and gross. I hate that scene. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably confused, but there's a scene at the end of the book, and I'm not going to say what it is, just in case somebody doesn't want it spoiled. But there is an infamous scene that just honestly should be cut out, like completely. Like, it just needs to be removed from the book because it's really messed up, and it involves children. Yeah. It Chapter 1 was better than Chapter 2. Yeah, I agree. And I just think the plot with the kids was just more interesting. So far in the book, I haven't gotten any flashbacks yet because I'm only in, I wish I had the book like near me so I could show you guys where I am. I haven't gotten to any of the parts where it's just the kids, except at the very beginning where, well, I feel like most people know what happens in it, but maybe I shouldn't say it. Yeah. I'm excited to keep reading it though, because I am enjoying it, but Stephen King goes on and on and on and on and on. Like, his writing is so tangenty. Like, I swear there was a chapter, and I talk about this in my vlog because I'm vlogging it, but I'll share it right now. There's a start of a chapter for a page and a half. It's like more than a page and a half, actually, where Stephen King just describes a medicine cabinet and literally lists off every single thing in the medicine cabinet. And you're like, dude, I don't care. And he says this statement, like, you can find out all you need to know about someone by looking into their medicine cabinet. And then he just lists everything. Why does he feel the need to do that? It frustrates me so much, because Stephen King has this way of writing that I really, really, really like when he gets it right. But then it's kind of it's like he'll have these great scenes and you're like, wow, Stephen King can really capture this emotion or this atmosphere. And then there's just really wordy sentences around those really good scenes. And you're like, why couldn't an editor cut this out? There's my Stephen King rant. Let me know if you feel the same about Stephen King. I'm not sure if everybody in the chat has actually read Stephen King. I know a few have, though. But like, it's just, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Stephen King's writing because he writes stories so well when he gets it. Does that make sense? But then I don't want to sound pretentious by saying that. But yeah. I know that you've read They Never Learn, and I have seen it in a few LGBTQIA plus thriller rec lists. How is it? Oh, okay. See, I don't want to like give away how it is because it's kind of like a spoiler. Does that make sense? Like I know people are saying that, but I haven't wanted to say that because I didn't want to give away a spoiler as in part of the plot. Does that make sense? I can message you separately and explain if you want me to, but I don't want to say to my sprint because I don't want to ruin it for other people. Also, I loved that book. Oh my gosh, like drop whatever you're reading, please, everyone, and read They Never Learn. It is so, so good. So good. Yes. Are you agreeing with my Stephen King rant? Yeah, I want to tell you, but I don't want to say. I feel like sometimes people talk too much about books or they'll say too much in sprints when they're recommending them. And like, I like going in almost blind with books, if that makes sense. So I'm always really hesitant to like explain why something may be a certain thing in a sprint. Does that make sense? I'll message you separate, Sarah. Okay. Shall we read one more sprint? Anyone else should share what they feel about King's writing if they want to, because I'm really curious to hear if anybody else agrees with me that it's just really wordy. I want to read some LGBTQIA plus thrillers for a vlog, so I was going to maybe put that one in there, but I don't know how it is. I'll message you. Hopefully I can clarify it for you. I think that would be a good thriller to put in there, though. I really do. I love it. It's so good. It's so, so good. All right. Let me start our next sprint. Let me share my screen. Sorry, I need to like stop. I just feel like I need to like tell you all what I'm doing, so I'm not just staring at my screen in silence because I feel awkward if I do that. Hello. Welcome back. How was everyone's reading? I was really into my book that I didn't even notice the time was running out. It's getting good. It really is. I'm like almost done with the 17th chapter. And I'm liking it so far, actually. I'm starting to like it more now. I feel like things are picking up. Let me know how your reading has been. I know I said that was going to be my last sprint, but I might be down to do another sprint. So let me know if you all want to do another sprint. I want to keep reading. So I definitely want to do another one now because the book started getting very interesting. I'm liking the academic setting. I think I need to read more thrillers that take place in like colleges or schools or whatever, because I like the setting. I've got about 80 pages left. Remind me what you're reading. I can't remember. So it sounds like you're down for another sprint. I love waves. The sound of waves is so relaxing. I can't decide what my favorite ambiance is. I go between waves and then the sound of rain. I think rain is my favorite. Then I also really, really love waves. I really want to go to a beach. I don't know when that will happen. Yeah, I hope it happens soon. I know my family's planning on going spring break to Florida, I think, but that's a while away. It's, I think, in March. So, well, how's everyone feeling? I don't have much to talk about right now. I'm trying to think of what I can share. The Umbrella Lady. I haven't heard of that. Let me look. The Umbrella Lady. Cool. It looks like... Is it historical fiction? It just says novel. It doesn't say the genre. I love rain sounds. Yeah, I love storms and rain sounds. I was actually just at my in-laws' house and the power went out. It was so relaxing at first. We had all these like candles lit and it was like such a good vibe to read. But I ended up like just stressing over it because it started heating up a ton. Because in Texas, we were having like a really, really, really hot day. And so I wasn't comfortable enough to read. But as soon as the power went off for a few minutes, it was really peaceful. And like the rain sounds were happening and we had candles everywhere. Rain sounds are definitely my favorite. Yeah, rain. I also love crackling fire. Whenever there's a fire, it's so cozy. No, it's present day, but it has a gothic feel. Maybe I'll have to check that out. I really love gothic settings. Yeah, I'll have to check this out. Is it like horror at all or like scary or is it just gothic? The cover's cool too. I'm a sucker for good covers. Like I buy things based off the cover all the time. That's pretty much the main reason why I want to actually like purchase books over, because sometimes I try to save money and get them, you know, like from my library. But whenever it has a beautiful cover, I always want to own it. And some of my favorite covers are, of course, Mexican Gothic. House of Hollow is gorgeous. Sarah said, I keep zoning out while reading this book. Me too. I'm just zoning out in general right now. I feel like my brain is at capacity with how much I can handle with life right now because there's been so much happening leading up to this move, like all this packing and coordination and stuff. And we're not just moving within the state, we're moving out of the state. So there's just so much to coordinate, and my brain is just full. Like it's filled to the brim of like things I'm thinking about. So I know what you mean. It's hard to focus on reading right now. I got you. But I want to try another sprint and read more. So hopefully you all will stay and read with me if you can. It's not scary, but it's unsettling. I feel like something terrible is going to happen. Ooh. Well, I love when terrible things happen in books because I love horror and thrillers. So that sounds fun. I love the sense of foreboding. I love that. Like just dread, like something's going to happen. I don't know what it is. I really, really love that in movies. If any of you have seen The Invitation, it's a horror movie and it's full of dread. Like the first, I want to say, good, like 20, 30 minutes. Like nothing's really happening, but everything just feels a little off. And I feel, and yeah, like in Ari Aster's movies, he's really good at making things feel just like off. Does that make sense? I know, literally, I don't think I can go one live without talking about horror movies because I love horror movies. So sorry if you're tired of hearing me talk about horror, but I love horror movies. I actually, I'll catch up on the comments really quick and then I'll share what I did the other night. I was trying to listen to the audiobook while also doing research for future videos. And then I was like, oh, wait, what just happened? Yeah, it's really hard to like do an audiobook or listen to an audiobook and read something else at the same time. Like it's basically impossible. So yeah, I feel you. I was driving and I was listening to it and I straight up just like zoned out for a good while. And then I was like, wait, what's going on? And he was still just describing something not really significant. So I was like, I'm just going to keep going forward. This book is like over 1,000 pages. I'm just going to go with it. The Invitation has one of the best endings ever. It gave me chills. It is such a good ending. I can't remember who I talked to, but they like were very unimpressed with The Invitation. And I was shocked because I love The Invitation. It's one of like, I usually don't rewatch movies. I'm going to start rewatching them. Like my favorite horror movies and stuff. I know I've mentioned it before that I want to rewatch some of my favorite horror movies before I do a YouTube video talking about my favorite horror. But I have watched and rewatched The Invitation, and it was so good both times. Of course, the first experience was, of course, a little better because I didn't know it was going to happen. But still, even the second time through, oh my goodness, I can't talk. Even the second time through, it was still really, really good. So that's a sign of a really good movie, especially if horror, you can still feel that sense of dread on a rewatch, even after knowing what's going to happen. I love that. Yeah, but so I did a reading vlog and I read House of Hollow for it and the Amityville Horror. And then I watched the remake of the Amityville Horror first with Ryan Reynolds, which was really funny to see him in a horror movie. And then just last night, I watched the original Amityville Horror. And so I give my thoughts on the movies a little bit in the vlog, as well as, of course, the book. I'm just waiting on, I'm doing a House of Hollow cover recreation. And I bought all of the flowers that I'm going to like glue onto my face. Don't worry, I'm using like safe material. I forgot what it's called. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping things. I forgot what it's called that I got. It's this stuff that they use to put on prosthetics. But yeah, so I need to do that cover recreation. So I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then edit my vlog and have that up. Hopefully, what is it tomorrow? It's Thursday tomorrow. Hopefully by Friday, I'll have my vlog up. It's a really fun vlog. And I enjoyed reading the Amityville Horror. And I loved House of Hollow. I gave it 5 stars. I almost said 7 stars. That's how out of it I am right now. I gave it 5 stars. I really loved it. Okay, well, if you are down, I'm going to do another sprint. And this will be my last sprint of the night. So I didn't think I would do all of these sprints, but I'm excited to keep reading because my book is getting good. So let's share the screen. Hello. How are you all doing? That was my last sprint for tonight. I read, let's see how much I read. So today I started on chapter 5, but there's different parts of the book. So it kind of like starts over with the chapter count in each section. I believe I started, let me see. I think I started at 105 and now I'm on 182. So that was productive, even though I kept getting distracted because my mind just keeps wandering and I was tired, but I still got some reading done. So that was really good. And now I'm very intrigued. I think I may stay up and probably not finish the book, but read as much more as I can tonight because I'm very interested now. So also, I know Sarah's gone now, but I just want to pull up this comment. Thanks for the sprints. I have to go because I have to be up early. Love you, Sarah. I'm down to sprint more. Thank you. OMG, I'm back, but I had a terrifying bathroom roach experience. Also, you finally finished your book. I'm glad. Okay, you have to tell me the roach experience before I go because I swear roach experiences, they're terrifying. That is one of the things I'm really, really, really looking forward to moving up north. Like we've had cockroach problems. They're more like water bugs because they're attracted to the water and they're the huge ones. And we'll spray all the time, keep our house nice and clean. But like they get in the bathroom in our house and it's terrifying. And sometimes I see them in the shower and it's traumatizing. So yes, I need to know what happened, Deja. I have 40 pages left. I'll finish it tomorrow. Awesome. I was on FaceTime for like 2 to 3 sprints, so I didn't finish it earlier. Well, I'm glad you finished it now. I really love this cover. I really love this color on my hair. I'm glad. Deja, I'm dying to know what happened with the roach. They scare me so much. I've had some roach experiences this week. Like, so I was at my in-laws' house and a roach, we were staying in their guest house and it got in and it was like a typical roach, like a smaller one. And it got in on the door and it was like behind the shade. And so my husband kind of like turned the shade so it would like open, you know, and then it flew like really, really, really fast into the bathroom and he was able to kill it. But yeah. Okay. Basically, there was a huge ass roach on the wall right above my toilet, right near my bonnet. I was about to turn on my light, but I didn't want to scare it. So I yelled for my dad. I yelled for my dad, I'm assuming. I yelled for my dad who was in the bathroom in his bedroom all the way downstairs. And when my dad went to vacuum it up, it legit fell and got wrapped all up in my bonnet. So my dad had to shake it out and get it. Dad, not me reading dead and being like, wait, you're dead? Oh no. Wait, so no, ma'am, that sucks. Was your bonnet on your head when it got wrapped up? I'm traumatized for you. That sounds horrible. Oh my gosh. Also, I've never vacuumed up a roach before. That's kind of a smart idea. But do they like die when they get vacuumed up or what? Because what if they get vacuumed up, but then they crawl back out? Does that make sense? This manga is so strange. It's called Sweet and Soap. Sweat and Soap. Yeah, it was a water bug, but they are a type of roach. Yeah. No. It was like on the tank of the toilet. Oh, okay. Good. So it wasn't on you. That's good. But still, that's traumatizing. I'm sorry. That really sucks. I wish no bad roach experiences on anyone. It's just, water bugs freak me out. And it sucks out the air so they die. Well, that's good. Maybe I'll have to start doing that. But we're about to move anyway, so we probably won't have to do that anymore. Thank God. I'm terrified of water bugs. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end my sprints. Thanks for reading with me and bearing with me when my brain is just not in my body. I feel so out of it right now. Next week, I can't have reading sprints because I'm going to be driving and moving all of next week. But the following week, they will pick up again, and then they should be pretty continuous. I don't think I'm going to have to cancel any reading sprints for the foreseeable future. So I've really been enjoying doing the Ambiance sprints. And I think I'm going to continue having you all vote for which ambiance you like the best on Instagram. So happy reading. I hope you all have a great night. And I will see you not next week, but the week after. But I'm going to put out some content. So yeah, bye.